Okay, so we got scrimps, black pepper, Old Bay, Parmesan cheese, heavy cream, garlic, olive oil, and got some butter back here.
Oh, I just paused it.
So add a little bit of olive oil to the pan. Obviously you want to turn it on. And you want to wait for that oil to get a little bit hot.
Wait.
I'm just going to add a little bit of butter to this olive oil. It just gives it a little bit more flavor. Just a little bit, like maybe a half a tablespoon.
Go.
We're just going to take these scrimps and put them in the pan. Now the scrimps will probably cook for about, I don't know, 6 to 8 minutes maybe. You'll know they're done when they start turning pink and they curl up like in a little circle. Alright, so our scrimps are nice and cooked up. We're going to take them out now and set them aside. We're going to leave the grease in there, all that butter and oil and good stuff. It's got the Old Bay flavor in there. It's got the shrimp flavor in there. It's a lot of scrimps. By the way, I cooked a lot of scrimps. Might not want to cook that many. So now, I got some burned on stuff here. Do you see this burned on stuff? Looks like it's burned. That's good. You want that there, because what we're going to do is we're going to take some more butter. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter. So as this butter melts, you want to kind of scrape off all this stuff. And once the butter melts, you're going to put in the garlic. I don't know. As much, you can't put too much garlic in. I usually put about a tablespoon, but whatever you want to put in there is fine. Let that cook up a little bit. Not too long, because what's going to happen is it'll burn. If garlic burns, it becomes bitter, and you don't want that. You want to kind of scrape off that stuff off the pan too. A lot of good stuff in there. Tastes good. Alright, probably 30 seconds is what I usually go for. Now we're going to pour the cream in. Now it just depends on how much cream you want, how much sauce you want. There's no hard, fast rules to this. You kind of just experiment. One time you might not put enough, so the next time you best put some more in. And it depends on how much you're making too. You know, some people just want to make 1 serving, some people want to make 4 servings. And as I'm doing this, I'm trying to scrape that stuff off the bottom, because that's a lot of the flavor from the butter and the olive oil and the shrimp and the Old Bay. It's going to be all in there. We're going to turn this up a little bit, maybe like medium-high. Okay, so it's going to start to like simmer. If you notice, as it simmers, there's this steam that's coming off. That's the moisture in the cream, so it makes the cream thicker. So the cream's going to get thicker as it cooks down. And you just keep stirring it around. It usually takes about 5 minutes, but again, this is something you just got to experiment with. As it gets to the thickness you want it to be, you'll notice it as you push your fork through. At one point, you're going to go like this with the fork, and you'll be able to see the pan. It'll move with the pan, and that's how thick it'll get. Alright, get down here. Look in here. You'll see that the pan is starting to get a little, you can push it away, and you can see it's getting thicker. And like I said, the more you do it, the more you're going to understand that it's getting thicker and thicker. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to add the scrimps back in. Oh, that's some good stuff too. Let that simmer probably another 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so now it's gotten to the consistency I want. I'm going to take it off the heat. This is the key now. Let it sit. See how you can see the pan now when I do this? Get in here and look. You'll see, you can see the pan when I pull the shrimp away. It takes a while for the cream to cover it again. Anyway, let it sit for a couple of minutes to cool down just a little bit. And then once it cools down enough, we're going to add in the Parmesan cheese.
Scrap.
All right, so now you take your Parmesan cheese. I usually put it in my hand because I don't know how fast it'll come out of the thing. And of course, you should wash them first. And then you kind of just put it around. And again, this is just to taste. But for this size, I probably would do like a half a cup. But you know what? If you put in a quarter cup or whatever, you can always add more later to taste. So maybe go with like a quarter cup. See if it tastes good. If you want it cheesier, just add some more. It'll also thicken a little bit more once you add the grated Parmesan cheese. Now you can really see the thickness. Here, get in here and watch. You can really see the thickness now. You see how you can, when I push it, see the bottom of the pan because it's a lot thicker. And now, this is where it gets good, guys. We're going to take this goodness, and I've prepared a bowl of pasta with some broccoli. I'm just going to take a scoop of this, put it right on top of the pasta and the broccoli. This is for Luke because he likes pasta and he likes broccoli. And then, if you're keto, like low carb, you just go with just broccoli. And you scoop it on there. Now the good part about the keto diet and this recipe is that it's really high in fats because a lot of people when they're on keto, they don't get enough fats. But with the cream and the butter and the cheese, you might want to go easy on the shrimp though because you might get too much protein in there. And there you go. You're all set.